Greetings, Inquisitor. You found another holocron, updating the journey of Darth Loquitur and his adventures in Grand Arena. In this week's update, we're going to talk about some interesting things. We're going to upgrade our Geonosian spy to Relic level. We're going to show some Conquest gameplay, show you what I've done with mods for the week, and talk a little bit about what the plan is for the future and going into this next season of 3v3 Grand Arena. Let's get on over, take a look at what's going on in the account. So to start off with, we've got this Geo spy. Last piece is built. Go ahead and take him to gear 13 and get his relic going. Now, I didn't go into the scavenger ahead of time to try to build all of the parts because I do want to continue to show that on stream, so whatever parts I have are the exact same ones that appeared in the prior video update when I was working on Relic. So here you can see I've already got enough in the bank to take the Relic to level 2. And now I need bronzium wiring. So you can click down here on the bronzium wiring. That'll take you to the options to find it. We're going to go into the scavenger. We're going to look through all of our options for bronzium wiring. We click to take 50 at a time. And at this point in the game, we've over-farmed a lot of stuff. So it's not too hard to find plenty of things that break down for bronzium wiring that we're only just too happy to give to this scavenger and take the bronzium wiring in return. When you get later in the game, you'll be using these up at a greater rate than you'll be farming them. So this will become more of a problem at some point. Just pick off some of these higher level or ones that we really have a lot of. And these data pads down here are something that I farm specifically to convert to bronzium wiring. So we're happy with that. We don't want to put all of them in there quite yet, so we're going to back off just a touch. And we will convert 208 bronzium wirings, fill up the bank, so that on the next relic we'll already have some in there. That's fine. That'll take us to Relic 3. And then I do believe we've got enough already for Relic 4. And my original intent was not to take this past Relic 3, but I've got the materials. It's really not that bad. I'll have to farm up some signal data and sacrifice 2 Mark III holo projectors. But in looking at the stat gains, you can see I'm just kind of looking at these stat gains going, that's really good. That's a lot. That's let's do it. Let's amplify this spy and take it all the way up to Relic level 5. And you'll see that I'm short just a few materials over here, and I will need to convert those rhodium heat sinks and farm up some more signal data. And later in the week, I did get that, and I did get that spy to Relic 5, and that's where we're going to leave him for now. We had enough to put the Brood Alpha onto gear 11, and I am committed to putting the Alpha also at Relic level. So right now, before this gear goes anywhere else or gets wasted on another character, I want to prioritize putting it on this Alpha. And then we do need 2 of these golden stun guns to get him to gear 12. And that is really a premium item to have to build, and to have to build 2 of them is quite a commitment. So we're going to do that. We're going to get him up. All right, then I wanted to go in and see if I could do tier 5 in the Galactic challenge against these Sith. And with my Geos, you can see we keep building up the damage over times, and then a couple of their characters go. Attempt number 3, we get in here. We're doing pretty good this time. We're trying to kill Dooku first and get him out of there because of the counterattacks. And then Vader and Palpatine go, and that's over. So we're just kind of trying to figure out how to do this. We killed Dooku first again, but that's a loss again. So you can see we're just running around putting ability blocks on all these guys, trying to keep them from doing area effects. But Savage keeps getting out of control. He keeps building up all kinds of stuff, and then we're really having a hard time once he's putting heal over times. So we start to settle in on this process where we're going to go around to all these guys and put on these ability blocks like we talked about. And then we're going to work on Palpatine because we really don't want him getting out of control and getting a whole bunch of stuns on us. And then we're going to hit Savage pretty early on. We have the opportunity there with the spy, and you see what the relic level spy does. He just annihilated Vader in one hit. So that was good. Now we just keep working on these guys, keep the ability blocks up. Now we're avoiding Dooku. We're actually actively avoiding him, and we're not going to do area effects, and we're going to make sure that he doesn't get counterattacks. So that's how we're playing it this time around. And now we have the opportunity to one-shot Savage. So you can see we run in there with our spy, and we take him out. And even with these guys ability blocked, you can see every time they get a hit, every time they get a turn, they really do a lot of damage. So he takes out, who was that? Soldier or Sunfac? I think that was Sunfac that got taken out. Just eliminates our spy in one hit. But now we've got our spy up. We finish that off. And Maul dies to the damage over times. And we complete our very first Tier 5 Sith challenge and get some of those juicy slicing mods for 6-dot mods, which is good. It's important. And I may not be able to clear Tier 5 every time, but it's good at least to be able to clear it once. Now we go over to Conquest, and we'll show you how my teams are working in Conquest. I've got this on fast forward so you can kind of see. You know, these troopers are really good against the Night Sisters. I do have Vader in the 5th spot instead of the Stormtrooper. It just makes more sense to put him there. Here we've got an Old Republic team. Again, we're taking in our troopers. We mark Vader so that he can take the hits. And we just start eliminating characters. And it's easy. So that's pretty good. This is on Sector 1. So we're working our way through this pretty easily. And there are some decisions to be made here as you go through, whether you want to go higher or lower. So you kind of got to search through the teams and figure out what's better for you to beat. And in this case, you know, we're going to go with Night Sisters, but we're going to try the Geos on them because we've got some stamina missing off of our troopers. So we're just trying out this Geo Spy, and we've got to get this Alkalite down because she does have stealth and makes things really goofy if you don't kill her right away. So we take her out a bunch of times and, you know, get that locked into where we're actually killing Night Sisters. And with the discs that we've got, once we get going, the Geos are in good shape. You can see the Night Sisters don't even get to go. So we're looking over, you know, where we want to end up here in terms of, you know, what's good for the disc. And then we select these Ewoks. And then we're going to go in again with Geos. And the Ewoks are a good team to fight because they're pretty easy to beat. So you can do a lot of different teams on this and complete a lot of quests. So we're looking to see if there's an Elder. There's not an Elder, so we just annihilate C-3PO in one hit with that Spy. He is a good tool to have in the toolbox. I'm very pleased with how he's doing so far at Relic. And then we're just going to keep going around, killing Ewoks. Murder Bear down. And so this isn't too bad, right? We're just basically going back and forth between two teams. We've also got a Jedi team that we can use sometimes. And we're working our way through. All right, so then we end up taking our disc. And now we're in Sector 2. And we're looking at the different paths that we've got to take and trying to figure out which one of these buffs we're going to take, because that may determine whether we go high or low with the next few fights. So having looked at that, we figure out where we want to be. Then we figure out we want to kill these Ewoks. And we come in here, and they kill Piet in one shot. They're fast enough, they get a hit off, and they just take him out. And then, you know, that makes us sad because Piet is really a huge factor in how well these troopers play. We still get it 2-starred. Plenty of time to go back and get it 3-starred later. Check out our quests. Make sure we're doing the feats that we have to do for this level. So then we're going to bring in Geos against this First Order team. And some time passed. So between that first section and this section, of course, we're letting time pass and letting our stamina build back up. But these Geos handle these first order guys pretty handily. Not too much trouble here. Victory. 3 stars. That's good. We got 50 buffs in a hurry with the Geos. So that's awesome. And we're on our way. So going back into Conquest again. Later, going into Sector 2. Taking another data card. Data disk. And now we got a choice between troopers and Geo team, and it moves up. So we're going to take these Geos against the troopers. And this is an important fight to watch because this is a 6-trooper team that we're fighting. And they did get to go first. And, you know, they took a couple turns before we got going. But now that we're going, we're in good shape. And, you know, we've got a chance. We clear off our buffs and we just work our way around, putting ability blocks on people that I don't want to do area effects. You know, the typical Geo routine that I do with just ability blocking everybody so that it's low risk. And we took those out and made it look, I don't know, pretty easy. So we'll take the Geos in again. Oh, sorry, we're going to switch over to troopers, I think. So we'll take the troopers in against this Grievous team. And again, they hit Piet one shot. They're fast enough, they just take him out right off the bat. Vader gets to go. We're trying to kill people, do Merciless Massacre. Everybody's under stealth. I've only got 1 Zeta, so I can't pull all these guys out of stealth. Snowtrooper does the best he can. We kill Grievous, but then everybody gets stunned over and over and over, and we're dead. So we lose that. We come back in, and this Jedi team is really our weakest team, but I'm thinking it probably has some pretty good mechanics here against this Grievous. With the extra protection at the start of the battle, probably give us what we need. And we're just going to make Yoda go crazy with this. So he's going to spread around buffs. And we do have cooldown reduction. So you'll see that every time these guys go, Bastila very often has the assist ability up. And Yoda has his abilities up a lot. Anakin gets to do his big ability a lot. So that even just one of those cooldown discs makes quite a bit of difference in these battles. But then in Sector 2, I eventually got to the point where I'm fighting either a General Skywalker team, which I can't beat, or an Imperial Trooper team that has a ton of extra speed, which I can't beat. And I can't beat that with any of the teams that I have. So I bought a booster for the 16 speed and a med pack for a bunch of extra protection just to see if there's any way that I could put a scratch in these guys. So that lasts for 4 battles. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to try these Geos, and we don't get a turn. They just go and go and go and go and kill us. Even with our plus 16% speed and our extra protection, means nothing. They go first and they just destroy our squad. So we go in with our trooper team, hoping to do anything, and they go first, and they just go and go and go, and that's it. And I can't get in on this team. I can't beat the General Skywalker team. So I did take my Padme team in and my Jedi team in. So the only 4 viable teams I have, and all 4 of them lost. And that's it. I think I'm stuck for this Conquest. All right, so in mod work, we don't have as many mods because remember we were trying to get that Relic going, so we focused on the Relic. But here right at the start, we're working on our gold mods. We've got an offense cross with offense and speed substat, and we get 3 hits on the speed substat. So we start off with a really nice mod, and then we work for about another 35 minutes on a bunch of stuff that doesn't turn out really great for us. But every week we got to get in there and get our mods. So I won't say I'm getting behind in mods. I feel like I've got an inventory of pretty decent mods, and that inventory is building up over time. So I'm happy with my progress in mods. But while I'm working on relics at this low of a level, I do have to focus a lot of my resources because I only have limited refreshes. So I put those refreshes more into the fleet and regular light side, dark side energy. And next week I'll have to get back to focusing. So here what I'm doing, let me stop again for a second and show you what I'm doing here. So I'm picking all of the mod types that are not arrows, and I'm going to sort all of my mods that are not arrows by speed. So here we pick it, and then we're going to make sure that we're uncheck the box only unassigned mods. We want to look at all mods. So you look at all your mods except the arrows, you organize it by speed, and it will tell you the fastest mods you have. And what you're looking for is among your fast mods, you're looking for things that are blue or purple that you can slice for a slicing opportunity. So we find this mod on Marauder. It's got 13 speed on it already, a lot of good substats, definitely worth slicing. So we hit it once, get crit chance. We hit it a second time and get 3 more speed. Certainly wish it was a better speed roll, but we'll take 3 speed over nothing. So 16 speed mod there. And then we look for another mod, and we've got this tenacity mod, which is blue, and it already has 13 speed on it. Tenacity's main stat on a tenacity cross, which is perfect, but we just don't have enough materials to do what we want to do. So I'm going to go to the shop, see if I can farm them up. But I've already, on this particular day, I've already used all of my refreshes. So I'm out of luck, and that ends my mod stuff pretty quickly this week. Unfortunately, not any huge hits like there were the last update. So, yeah, farm your mods. That's for me this week. I'll have to get back to doing that so I can have more mods to play with next week. I will say that getting the spy to Relic partly was for fleet, and that did pay off. You can see I relicked that character earlier in the week, and it pretty much as soon as I relicked it, I was able to get number 1 on the 16th in fleet. I've got second place for 2 days after that, and then and then 2 guys came up with just massive fleets and a bunch of relic characters and pushed me out of the top 5. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to get back in the top 5 for a while now, because man, there's some people that brought up some pretty powerful stuff in those couple days. So I had just a few brief shining moments of glory, and then booted back down. Still getting top 10, but yeah, it's I don't think I can make the run up there to number 1 very easily. But it's good, right? So that's what we're wanting to do, and we're wanting to chase those high placements in fleet. So it's nice to have gotten them, but I'm going to have to reorganize my fleet a little bit and really get my Houndstooth going. So now that the next Grand Arena has started up, in the next update, I'll get that Houndstooth set up and have that as a ship. I did change guilds, so I'm getting to the point now where my Geos are pretty good, and I think I can guarantee to a guild that I join that I'll get a Wat Tambor shard in the GOTB. So I used the recruitment tool, the Discord SWGOH guild recruitment, and I just joined that Discord as a player. I didn't do anything special. I looked at some guilds, and there were 4 guilds in the range between 240 and 260 that I said something to. And I got 1 additional invite. I didn't put it on the presentation, but I got 1 additional invite just because once I was on that server, somebody sent me a message and said, hey, I noticed you're looking for a guild. You know, who are you? What are you? What are you looking for? So I even got an offer unsolicited kind of on the side. But one application, they recognized my name, so I told them, you know, politely, well, I'm hoping to get a guild, not on name recognition, but trying to convince somebody to get me into a guild without knowing who I am, because that kind of feels like cheating. And if I'm giving you guys advice and trying to help you understand how to get a guild, and then I can do it myself just because I've got a YouTube channel, that's not fair, right? So I withdrew from that. 2 of the guilds in that range, when I told them I was 800, still under 800,000 galactic power, they were like, okay, thanks, but no thanks. I mean, you just don't have enough to contribute, and moving on. No big deal. Not offended by that. I understand. But I also got 2 offers. And basically what I did is I said, hey, I'll get you 600 tickets a day every day for raids. No problem. You'll get that from me. And I'm going to work on my Geos and make sure that I get a Watt 10 bore shard every time. That's the only two things I guaranteed. I didn't make other big promises on teams that I would build or anything crazy. And two guilds accepted me and made offers. And between the two of them, I selected the Rebel Alliance Cadre. It's a 242 million galactic power guild. And they're doing the kinds of things that I want to be getting credit for doing. So I joined them. So far, it's pretty good. Promised them tickets, promised them Watt 10 bore shards, and welcome to the Rebel Alliance cadre. So it's just the reason I'm going through this is to tell you guys, if you want to get into a higher GP guild, really, if you tell them that you know what you're doing and you're going to get those tickets every day, if you use all the free energy that you're given in the game, you don't let yourself max out and start losing energy because you're at 144 without spending it. If you spend the energy that you get in the game and you do one regular energy refresh, you'll get your 600 tickets. It's not even hard. It's just log in a couple times a day, keep your energy down, and do one refresh, and it's an easy guarantee. And then, if you have Geos and you can tell a guild that you can get a Watt 10 bore shard, somebody will let you in. And I got 40% acceptance rate. So you'll get turned down. Some guilds are going to tell you no, but it's not hard. It's not hard. And upgrading your guild really helps a lot. For next week, the plan's pretty much the same. We're working the same nodes for a long time. We're going to be farming these same nodes: Queel, Piet, Bosk, Django. I worked on the comm links and the stun cuffs to get that for my characters this last week. I managed to put together 2 completed items. One of them went on to that Brood Alpha that you saw me upgrade, and one of them is still in the bank for upgrades that'll happen in the next video. I need to continue. I think 3 or 4 more of those. So I'm going to farm up at least 2 more this coming week, and then I'll figure out from there what I'm going to go back and farm. But that's what's on the menu for now. And because I'm not actively relicking a character at the moment, and I don't have something at gear 12, I mean, I could work on Relic for Vader, but right now I want to work on other characters. I want to get the Brood Alpha up. I really want to get Anakin and Padme going, so I'm focusing on them over the next Relic character. I think Anakin needs to be my next Relic pretty badly, so I'm going to be really focused on getting him going. So therefore, in the Cantina, I don't have to work as much on the signal data. I can just farm Gideon and try to get him up and running. For mod energy, I'm definitely going to do a couple days a week still farming slicing materials and more, mods, just 5 days a week farming mods. And then for energy refreshes, I'll go back to doing 3 refreshes a day on mod energy, 2 each on energy and fleet. And, I do spend $20 a month on this account, so I get an extra Cantina refresh a day from those crystals that I bought. And, the 3 when it's the guild objective for the day to do Cantina energy. And we'll see if we can get Gideon going a little more quickly. Out of the fleet store, I found a lot of Ezra shards over this last week. Ezra has been in that fleet arena store a lot. So I'll be able to build that Ezra no problem out of the fleet arena store, and I'll continue to work on Ahsoka and Plo's ship. I think I got Plo ready to go to 7 stars after we join Grand Arena. Everything else is getting shoveled into that shard shop. All my Galactic War currency, squad currency, all of it's just going straight into the shard store, buying those purple pieces to relic more characters. And, we're on a timeline where I want to relic 1 character every 3 weeks. So I have to keep feeding that shard shop and keep pushing to get those materials all the time to make sure that I can stay on track for my goals for this account. And that's on track. It's good. It's going well. So that's it. Not a whole lot of action on characters or mods this week. I did lock in to Grand Arena Division 10. So this 3v3 round, we're going to be playing in Grand Arena Division 10. A lot of people have asked me about how I'm dividing up my teams. I'm still working on that. With some of my teams, the Troopers got to stay on offense. Vader's got to stay on offense. So I think I'll make a team with Piet and Vader. and maybe the Stormtrooper if I need a tank. And then we'll put Veer Stark and the Snowtrooper as our big offensive team. And then, we'll probably have to keep the Jedi as a 3-man on offense and Padme as a 3-person on offense. And then just sort through the rest of what I've got, put some bounty hunters on defense and some garbage teams behind my Geos. And just hope that my Geo Spy is big enough to hold the line against a bunch of teams. In 3v3, that Relic 5 Geo Spy, I think, is just a huge threat. I don't know how people are going to deal with that this early in the game, but they're going to have to commit their best resources if they want to beat my Relic 5 Geo Spy. And his speed is crazy. I got his arrow up to 6 dots, and just with where he's at right now, he's at 287 speed. Again, I just have the speed mods on him because I'm working on speed mods, and they happen to be on my spy because he's a character that can, you have to be gear 12 to have 6-dot mods, and I've only got a few characters, only 3 characters at that level, and the spy makes the most sense. So, but for now, he's got speed mods on him. He's a super fast spy. He's very agile. So I'm hoping that he'll come out and surprise some people in these grand arenas coming up and get some holds, and we'll keep building the account. And, we're looking to go up 1 tier each time, so we'll look to build the account. We'll stay under 1 million galactic power, and, 5 weeks from now we'll play in Division 9 in the next setup. So that's it for this update. Thank you all for watching. Like the video, please. It helps me out. Inquisitors, you know how this works. Take out your like sabers, remove that like button, destroy it. That's absolutely necessary. Get it out of there. Subscribe to the channel. Join us on Discord. I'll see you in the next Holocron.